Okay, how are we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using ambient light rejection technology gain. Today, tonight, I'm actually in my office. Now, I don't do too many videos in here. This used to be my gaming room. I used to have this great big huge giant black screen on the wall over there. Never got around to finish painting over the wall where the screen used to be at, but eventually I will get some more paint and finish that off. So anyway, I've had customers asking me today about questions about painting motorized projection screens. Got about 4 or 5 calls on that. So I figured I'd make this video. And also too, I'm showing you off my customized computer screen. This is my, if you haven't seen it before, this is my 79-inch portrait mode projection screen. Using the Black Technology 12, and over there I'm using my Christie projector, which is actually on the side. For those of you who are saying that you shouldn't put a projector on the side, you could damage it. No, you can with Christie's. Those projectors are made a little different because the heat source actually pushes out through the front, and at the bottom where the projector is sitting at is just a handle, so you can tilt them upside down. Anyone can do this real quick. It's just basically you just have to measure your screen. You're going to have to go into your computer and put it in portrait mode, and with a little corner keystoning pop it right in place and you're good to go. I would suggest before you take that dedicated leap that you spend some time in portrait mode and see how it works for you before you do it, because things are not going to be the same in landscape. So let me put this over into a I gotta put this over into a I gotta lean back here and put this over into a kind of slideshow, so this doesn't cut off on me because I don't have any form of screensaver with this. So I'm just gonna open this up. Now, as I told people before, that in order for me to work in my office, it has to be fully. Oops, what did I drop? Okay, it has to be fully lit in here. So I have to have plenty of light because this is my work environment. Also, too, I work on a lot of my projectors up here. I do my repairs, and I got all kinds of extra lamps and parts I need to basically open up some of my projectors to work on them. I need a lot of light up here, and one of the things very, very important, I have to be able to see my screen, which means, like I said, being a black screen, it has to be to produce a very high white level so I can read the text that's coming across my screen. As you can see, I can read everything crystal clear on my menu. On my black screen over there. All right, so we'll get to the motorized screen in a few minutes. Just give me a minute to put the slideshow in real quick. So that way I don't, getting back into my computer is a bit of a craziness. So let me see if I can just play, can I play a slideshow here? Repeats. Get my slideshow playing here. Play a slideshow, yeah, that's what I want. All right, so I'm just gonna play my slideshow over there on my computer over there. Got my slideshow going off right now. So that's wallpaper I had to get in portrait mode because regular wallpaper does not work on there. All right, so over here we have our motorized projection screen. I'm using our Supreme Black. Now the links at the bottom, I will put the detailed links where I painted this screen. The screen used to be an 8, it was converted over to a 12. I did 3 demonstrations with the screen. One of them, I did the demonstration. Oh, look how amazing that looks. I love it. Oh, I missed it. I love it when the contrast levels pop on that screen. It's freaking insane. But anyway, so I did a demonstration of me painting the screen, showing you how to apply the frog tape on how to paint your screen. I did 1 demonstration in the house, and I did the 3rd demonstration outside. Because I actually have brackets designed outside so I can hang my screen up. And then one of the most important things that most people want to see when I do motorized projection screens is, can you roll it up and roll it down? I've already painted this screen twice already. You can roll the screen up over and over again. You don't have to worry about it cracking or peeling. Before I bought it up here, I painted it 1 time for a demonstration, and it sat in my basement for about 4 months. That's the wrong direction. So as I said before, the technology is designed to bleed into the surface, because the last thing you want is an extra coat of paint on a motorized projection screen, because the fabric or material that's going into the motor right now, oh, that's the demonstration I was doing. I forgot I had that right there. This is a later demonstration. The fabric that goes into the motor is only designed to fit a certain size. Anything a little more than that, you would jam the daylights out of your motor. So this technology is designed to bleed into the surface, so you don't have to worry about that. Bring it back down again, which might hit my light switch. Now I paid about $98 for this motorized screen. It's about 92, I think 92 inches, 16.9. And in my demonstration, I use this screen to go side by side to a Dark Star 9. Let me put a little bit. I'm a little out of this. I don't have the remote controls for this because, hold on for a minute. Sorry about that. Got a windy day over here. This house is kind of drafty. Wind pushes through and hits doors and stuff, so it sounds a little weird in here sometimes, but it doesn't bother me at all. But anyway, so yeah, so this was a motorized projection screen I got for around $68. And as you can see, look how fantastic. The picture quality looks absolutely incredible, especially in a fully lit environment. Boom, I never get used to this right here. I never get used to this screen. I love this freaking screen so much. I might do me another portrait screen just for downstairs. I want to build one for side scroll, like not for side scroll, but for like the video games, the ones that actually are done in portrait mode. You know, I'm talking about them old-fashioned shooters. I want to do one for that one. No, sorry, we don't have any sound with this at all. I'm just planning to do a short demonstration really quick. So this is the screen I have in my office, because sometimes when I'm on this screen working, I may be watching a little Angry Bird or some movies or whatever on this screen right here. So it's kind of nice to be to sit back in my chair and look at this screen, because I definitely can't watch too many movies in portrait mode. And I'll get in front of my projector real quick so you can see that it is black right there. Boom. So keep in mind, I mean, like I said, the screen's like $68. That's a $68 screen that if any other company had that technology, it would cost you way more than that. Look at the colors on it. It's beautiful. I'll show you something real quick. I'll pause this right here. And pause it right there. Just a minute. This screen used to be white. I'll be right back. gotta grab a few things. I wonder. But anyway, I never really thought about that too much. I was wondering about that one right there. So that's Elite Race Cinema 5D. I'm always going to be testing my screens on high-end screens. I always do that. You should. You should always be testing your screens on high-end screens. It shows you the worth of the technology. That's what it does. People shy away from this demonstrations. That's not good. All right, you all know what this is right here from the door. We don't need to explain myself. You don't know what this is. This is an up-to-date screen made by Daylight. It's one of their darker screens. It's a $5,000 projection screen. So consider the fact that, okay, we're having, even at 100, even when our paint was $160 a quart. So 100, just say roughly without the sale, $160 a quart. And then you're talking about $68 for the screen. I mean, that's roughly around like almost $230, $240 around that price. And consider the fact that if you did one of these screens, we're talking about $5 grand for one of them, and the other one would cost you around $1,300, $1,400. And that's not motorized. That's fixed frame. You know, a motorized screen is going to cost you a whole lot more than a fixed frame screen because there's a motor attached to it. If it's manual, it's a little cheaper. Once you attach that motor onto it, that price jumps by a lot. There's no way in the world I could use any one of those screens in this environment, especially for my work PC, because the minute any form of sunlight or any kind of morning light pushes through those windows, and I have veneer shades, so that light pushes through, that screen would wash out. I would need that contrast level. Now let's see what the projector is really seeing when it comes to color, because that's what you need to see. What is your projector really seeing when it comes to color? You can color that up all you want, but you got to see exactly what your projector is seeing. There you go. So when your projector produces red, that's what you're really seeing. Check that, they're beautiful. People don't do these color patterns. You got to do these color patterns. They're very, very important because it allows you to see what your projector is really seeing. Let's go try blue. So are you seeing real blue or are you seeing faded blue when your projector produces blue? What are you really seeing? So if we were to over to a color changing screen. Let's just show you what you're getting. And let me show you something else pretty interesting. I'll be back. Now, we've already done the UV mix, which is the darker screen paint. This is just to show you that that's the darkest. Any other screen paint in between that category, if it's lighter than that UV, it's not going to do too well in black technology. So this is a gray cinema, very light screen, as you can see. And this right here is a screen paint mix. So I'm going to show you something. I'm going to do a lights out demonstration. Let me get some tape here. There we go. Some people get a little upset because other people can review our products, but we can't review theirs. Why? Because we do our demonstrations in harsh environments. Too much light in the environment shouldn't be a problem, especially for any of these screens. It shouldn't be a problem. You're paying a lot of money for them, so what would be the problem? So we'll take this cinema gray. You have to excuse me, I need to shave, but you know, I'll do it tomorrow. There we go. What is your projector really seeing when it comes to color? Well, it's not popping up. Now we've requested the Frankenstein mix. I haven't gotten an email yet from Mr. Jamie. So I already have somebody in line already to buy. Pick it up for me. Two ways we can go about this. If you're doing local pickups, I will send someone down to pick it up from California. I have ties down there, a lot of business contacts. They are more than welcome to come down and pick it up. Or we'll buy it from eBay, because now I see that you're actually doing orders now, and I'll have somebody pick it up and it'll be sent to my lawyer's P.O. box. So we're going to put the mix up. Because the thing I don't like about projection screens and some of these mixes out here is I showed you in that demonstration about screen paints, how they use those dark environments and high-end projectors. They don't do projector swap outs. I do projector swap outs to show you that I don't have to depend on using high-end projectors. That's why I have so many projectors, because I can swap my projectors out at any given time. You have to test it on everything, even some of those knockoffs. See how it's going to react. So since they cut corners in their demonstrations, I'm going to start reviewing their products and bringing them over here and bringing them into the light. And we're going to test them on, see how they react to low-end projectors, how they react to high-end projectors, how they react outside, how they work in real ambient light environments where you're supposed to see all the light in the environment. It's supposed to be nice and bright in here, as I showed you. In that demonstration, I was showing you those people that were showing off their product, Goo Screen or Screen Goo, and a couple other people that were showing off screen paints. They have a habit of doing this in dark environments, thinking that screen is it's giving them the best picture quality and it's ambient light projection because they have a little bit of light in the environment. All right, so let's shut our door here. Oh, shit, look at my connected to all of this. This is the wiring of the pen. All right. Put that in the hallway. Remember, that's there, so I don't trip over that, because I've done that one before, and that's not a pretty carnival ride. All right. So we'll knock out our lights. Woo! Now we're in complete darkness. I'll show you what you get. And like I said, I can put all the pretty colors on there, but I'm going to show you exactly what your projector is seeing when it comes to color. So let's come from here. Let's go back in here. Let's pull up, no. Bring up the, we don't have that bright red in there. I'll put that bright red in there. You can see that. It's interesting that we'll put on a white level too. Don't worry, we'll put that in there too. Sorry, but we do white levels too. So let's put on a white screensaver. All right. There we go, all white screensaver. You know, judging by the videos and pictures I have seen by people saying our technology was so dark, I would have thought the white levels would be far more darker than this. Wouldn't you have thought so? As I said before, because the screen can pull a high white level, it doesn't mean it's a good thing. It means it's a bad thing, because it means it cannot pull contrast And you need contrast to make the color pop. Let's go over to a blue screen. Let's go over to a green. Green. I should do fairly well with green. Usually some of these lighter screens do really well with green. They don't struggle too much. Oops, my bad. Sorry about that. They do struggle. Sorry. We're in the dark, so we're in their element right now. If I turn the lights on, we're in my element. But right now, we're in their element. So if I were to come on and turn the lights on, do you think my screen would remain the same green? Well, let's see. Yep, remains the same green, which means the color doesn't fade and doesn't wash out when you turn your lights on in a fully lit environment. Now, they shouldn't have a problem because the projector I'm using in the demonstration is a Sony VPL FH30 1080p projector at 1920 at 1200. This projector is a WXGA projector. This is a big boy venue projector. She had no problem producing an image on a projector that powerful. 4300 lumens. So what is the problem? All right, so let's go over and let's pull up some beautiful jellyfish. Kind of an eye opener, isn't it? Even the commercials don't even pop it well. And that's screen paint mix right there. The darkest screen on here right now is the Paxil. I think that's what it's called. So remember I showed you the solid blues first. Now you can see it. You're not getting a brighter image as they claim you're getting. You're getting a washed out image. Look at the screen paint mix. It doesn't pull contrast. If a contrast level flashes on any one of these screens, they will wash out. Okay, let's go in and let's pull up a Starfield. This is the demo. This is what I requested for anyone that does a great screen is to pull a Starfield. They will not do the Starfield demonstration. As a matter of fact, I had been on Mr. Crow's channel to see if he had started the challenge, and he did not start the challenge. So I'm going to continue mine for the remainder of the month, as I agreed. He's not going to do that challenge. Because clearly you would have to be in the dark in order for you to use that product. You can't say your product is the same as mine because it's not, because my technology can be used with the lights on and off and my screen doesn't fade when color hits it. Where with these great mixes and great projection screens, so they do some kind of ambient light controlled environment, or they have to depend on high powered projectors in order to get the screen to look good. Or bottom line is they're just gonna be sitting in the dark. That's just where you're gonna be at. That's all. I mean, that's where you're gonna be at, in the dark. Trying to figure out exactly where the freak your coffee table is at so you don't bust your kneecaps on it. Look at that. Doesn't make a difference in the dark. This is a wake-up call for those of you who have dedicated theater rooms. Now you got a dedicated theater room. You're thinking, okay, I'm gonna turn my projector off over here. Take mine off right now. So now my projector is off. And now we just have my security monitor on, so I'm gonna turn off my security monitor. Now my security monitor is off. Now we're in complete darkness. And this is exactly what you get. I told you, when you look at a gray screen, what you're actually getting is shades of gray. That's all you're getting. You're not getting contrast levels. Just not going to happen. And I'll do the same demonstration tomorrow. I'll grab my 20,000 to 1 and my 15,000 to 1 contrast. It doesn't make a difference. You can't pull contrast. Now, if my black screen wasn't here in the equation, say my black screen wasn't here at all, and it was a white screen sitting here the entire time, then you would see some form of contrast, because it's going against a white screen, which a lot of these big companies do. They do demonstrations against white screens. Say, hey, look how amazing the contrast levels. Good God, like I said, anything is going to beat a white screen. It's white. There's no challenge there. Now, if I'm going to test my technology, I'm going to test it off anything I can get darker than my screen, which means I have done black paint, spray paint, black material. I have done dark projection screen surfaces. This is why I have all these sample sheets here. You will never see me basing my technology off a white surface. I will show you the difference of my technology advancement over a white surface, but to base it off one, no. And that's the problem you have with these high-end screens. They're always doing side-by-side demonstrations to a white screen saying, look how amazing the contrast is. Yeah, okay. Keep on believing that. And that's why they need the high-powered projectors to make up for what the screen cannot produce. All right, let's put our lights on for a minute because being in the dark is kind of freaking me out. And as I said before, with the lights on, you still should be to maintain a black level and white level at the same time. As these screens are completely gone. That's why I love to show you the color patterns first. Now, for those of you using white screens, you want to see that mess. I mean, I got somebody talking to me right now, like, I'm in a live stream. Yeah, I gotta talk to you later. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy a white projection screen. Yes, we are. We're going to buy a white one. We're not even going to paint it. That is going to be our demonstration screen. We're going to buy a 92-inch white projection screen, and we're going to repeat the demonstrations that these big companies do when they test their screens against white screens. So go look at the demo. Look at how amazing the colors are going to look. The contrast levels are absolutely gorgeous. All right, so we'll take our white screen. Let's take it there, right there. The screen actually used to be white. Let's take the white screen off here, and let's put it next to the mix here. Can't wait to get my hands on that Frankenstein. I'm going to see what that's going to look like. Honestly and truthfully, I doubt we're going to get our hands on it. I really do. I doubt we're going to get. I'm going to try for it, but I doubt I'm going to get my hands for it. He's going to fight me tooth and nail on that one. And he might even send me the wrong thing, which doesn't make a difference. I don't really care what you send me. Then the bottom line is going to go against a 12. So if he makes me something new, which he'll probably do, make something new or add something to it, he won't give me the actual product that I asked for. And it doesn't make a difference because either way, whatever he sends over, we're still going to do the demonstration regardless. It doesn't make a difference. It's going to go against a 12. Or pretty much what he's going to try to do is he's going to try to make, oh, he can't do that. Can't do that. Just to let you know. See, he's kind of slick. He's going to probably try to make a black screen paint and then send it to me. That's what he's going to try to do. But if he does that, and he puts his name onto it, that makes him a bit of a hypocrite because you can't ridicule something and then try to support it later on and put your name to it. That makes you a hypocrite. So I wouldn't do that one either. And if he does that one, we're just basically going to take pictures of that one and just basically post it all over the site because that right there from the door, yeah, you tear down black technology and say it's trash and it's too dark and it's this, that, and the other, but yet he's probably going to try to make his own. And you can't really make your own because you can't kind of down something and support it at the same time. It doesn't kind of work that way. But since I called it already, that this is probably what he'll probably do, or he'll maybe honor the agreement and send us a Frankenstein mix, which we requested for. And quite frankly, I have to ask something real quick. How the frick are you naming something Frankenstein? That's a copyrighted freaking franchise. But you know, you'll figure that out later on. But anyway, yeah. All right, so let's remove all this off because this is not getting us anywhere. No? Take all this off right here. All this stuff off my screen. Off my screen. Off my screen. Off my screen. Boom. Oh, man, I'm tired. A long day today. A video card comes today, and guess what comes tomorrow? My mapping machine comes tomorrow. Allows me to do that mapping, that video mapping technology comes tomorrow. Yes, sirree. Oh yeah, you're gonna see some crazy stuff over here. Some crazy stuff. First, I learn how to program and use this thing, but you're gonna see some crazy stuff. All right, so let me go back into the video I was playing because I had people asking me about the motorized projection screen. Can I pay the motorized projection screen? Yes, you can. I've had this motorized screen, I think, for like 6 months. So in the bottom of the video, I will put me painting the screen, showing you how to paint it with the frog tape and all that good stuff. I'll show you me hanging up the screen inside the house, and then I do the roll out and roll down outside. Oh, let me put my other projector back on. Sorry about that. So I got some office work to do today too. I decided to buy another Dell 710. I think it's 710 or 1070, one of them projectors. Anyway, not projector, but a computer. I'm going to buy another one. This one's going to have an i7 in it. So I got one i7, 2 terabytes, 16 gigs of hard drive. I'm just using it for a gaming PC for Steam. And I wanted to get the GTX 1650, but man, I don't know what the freak is going on. Them cars just jumped. And they were 160 bucks. They went from 160 bucks to like 230 that fast. So I'm just going to grab one and drop it in that one, and then get an external drive, with probably about 4 terabytes of solid state drive for backup. And then probably throw a Bluetooth on it, Wi-Fi card on it, so that way I can basically run it wireless downstairs, the wireless keyboard and mouse, and an Xbox controller, so I can basically game on that one. The other one, which right now I need for work, that one right there, I had to order a GTX 1050 for that one. Isn't that beautiful? You want to see what this looks like with the lights out, people? Let's check it out with the lights up, see if there's a difference. Lights off. See how dark that contrast level is. It's not supposed to change. I seen someone trying to do a demonstration similar to this, and you can see where the screen changed. You can see where it came to the black levels, it automatically went gray. Gray screens don't have that capability. Of course, that black silver we designed does. That stuff is pretty interesting, which I might be swapping this one out, taking this one downstairs, doing me a 92-inch black silver and hanging it up in here for some demonstrations. I would like to put the blue up here too and play around with it. Oh, blue is still coming out, just we're doing some paperwork on it. So I told you that before that comes out in the market, I will basically have a patent pending attached to that technology. Yep, patent pending, trademark secrets, and a copyright. That's why you haven't seen the label yet. So let me see, lights on, lights off. Let's just put lights on. Let's just have some of this. I like this particular video. They got any more of these? Who else? Who does these videos? I don't think we have one here. I like his videos. And over here we have the portrait mode. So that's my work computer. Oh, check that out. Tell me that's not gorgeous. I might make that my freaking my wallpaper. See, contrast, 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 contrast. Told you. Plays a role in everything. And you kind of see it now. You got a better chance of that gray screen paint popping up, or that mix popping up in the dark. That's why every time you do a contrast demonstration, it has to be in the dark. You turn the lights on, especially with the light I'm using in this environment, and that screen is going to pop up. You're going to be able to see it. That's why he can't do that demonstration. It's virtually impossible. He can't do it. You can't show a contrast level on a gray screen. Only we can do it. And for those who are going to say, oh, that's not possible, I'll put the links of the test demonstrations done on the black silver outside, pulling a star field outside at 6 o'clock in the evening on 1,000 lumens. That screen actually did it. So you have to be in the dark. And he'll convince you by saying, oh, look, but look how bright the image is. Look how it is. Look how much brighter the image is. Just don't turn the lights on for you, that's all. So you can see what it really looks like. 'Cause this is what it really looks like. Ask you one question. Have you ever seen them do a star field demonstration? A star field demonstration with lights on. You ever seen them get close to the screen? You can even just take black paint and just smear it across the screen and you will see the difference. Now, since he had our technology, because he's been hounding my customers for a trade deal, and now he knows that my customers are informed that if he does try to make a trade deal with any of my customers, I told my customers, like, hey, look, give him a quarter of your product, and we don't care. Take a quarter, give him the quart, and you just give us whatever he gave you, and we'll double your order. Or you can just go to the website and buy it like everybody else is doing. And that's one of the things you won't do when it comes to doing a side-by-side demonstration with our technology. He will stay far away from contrast levels because he knows that if he does any contrast demonstrations, the screen's going to wash out, it's going to fade. See how the white light is pushing off that screen? See how it's transferring over to the black screen? It's still remaining white? Look at that. I'll be back. Ah, I remember where this thing is at. I'm stripping the work my neck. tropical heat wave. Should have my security monitors on. I love that screen right there. I have to build me another one for gaming. I need one. They got this thing. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. That's on freaking Steam. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I gotta build this PC. You ever played that extreme Space Invaders that they have at the arcade? They have it on Steam. Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's a UV mix. So that's the darkest screen paint he makes is a UV mix. That screen will not survive next to a 12. And he may tell you it has the ability to produce contrast. No, it's some contrast. He can only produce contrast if he's in the dark. Let's turn out the lights. There you go. And even up close, you can see it. It's still not producing a true black. As you can see right there. So let's turn off my other projector in here first. Get it nice and dark in here. We have no light reflecting at all anywhere. We'll step back and he'll say, well, look, I have the same product he has. Oh, keep in mind, we're going to review your stuff. I have the same product you have. It does the exact same thing. Look at the contrast levels. They're exactly the same. Turn the lights on. Or get up close on the screen. And you'll see it. It doesn't blend. Because you can still see the gray. And if we turn the lights on, well, there you go. Abracadabra. Pop right on up. Let's go over to some 4K fish. I do the same thing with any other company. So I don't want people to feel that, oh, you're just picking on him. Actually, there's another company, another guy. I'm kind of curious about his stuff. I will be ordering his stuff. And there's another company that has a black screen paint. I will be buying theirs also. I told you that our technology can blend into his screen easily. So as you can see, his screen is much, it's a little brighter than my screen. But my technology can produce a white level that's high enough to blend into a dark gray screen with no problem. Lights out, the screen wouldn't even exist. Be gone, you wouldn't even be able to see it. Let's get up close. Now if I were to back away, where's the screen? See, the technology is not the same because my technology can pull a 100% contrast level and it can produce bright colors able to match your technology with no problem. But if I pull a contrast level on that screen, this screen basically drops a couple levels. All right, so let's go with the Gray Cinema 5D, which is much lighter than my screen and much lighter than the UV mix. Put that right there. So right there we have the up close. That right there we have a Gray Cinema 5D right there. And for a black screen to be able to blend into that surface, it has no problem. And as you can see, it's much lighter than my screen. So that means my screen, my screen would have to be pulling a high enough white level in order to come close to blending into that screen. So if the UV mix is the darkest screen you make next to a 12, and we do a contrast demonstration or anything else, because we can blend into light gray screens. Anything you have over there, that screen is going to be the mimic with no problem. And then pull a contrast and drop you off. I've done quite a lot of homework developing this stuff. You know, it's funny. I'll mention his name one time. No, I won't even mention his name. There's a fellow who wants me to mention his name, but I won't do it. He screams a lot about me and yells about my company and the other. I don't pay him any mind. But anyway, he's been running around talking about, oh yeah, his camera settings. Ever since I did those 4 videos on showing my camera settings, and all of a sudden now, no one talks about camera settings anymore. I wonder why. What happens if we stick this in black and white? What do you think will happen? Let's see what happens. Which screen produces too high of a white level? We put it in black and white. So there we are in black and white. Go back in color. I'm changing my settings. Go back to here. Doesn't make a difference what color I choose. It's always going to remain the same every color I change on my phone's settings will always remain the same. You will always be able to see the screen's white levels no matter what color or what option I choose in my cell phone. So no, it's not my cell phone settings, because I can change every last one. You can watch the screen change over and over again and it still remains bright. That's got to hurt. You figure it out. I mean, some people are trying to figure out how it's done. All right, so we'll come out of here. Let's take this one off, and we'll stay up here with the UV mix. And we'll come in and we'll pull on. Let's see. Let's go with some AK birds. No, let's do no. Let's do the AK birds. AK birds. Remember the AK birds? I did AK birds. Yeah, I did AK birds. Hey, like, come, I wanna go home. Ooh, that's not good. I got a little dizzy there for a minute. See, that's the problem. When I watch these demonstrations that he does against my technology, that my screen is literally supposed to be so dark that something like that would come up. Let me show you. Let's go with we're off the topic. Yeah, I'm going off the topic again. All right, tomorrow I'm just going to have to do me a strict demonstration on more just screen paints. I'm just going to wait till I just order everything I want to get in, and then we'll go from there. Because this is supposed to be about motorized projection screens, but then I get carried away into it because I do like the challenge of the stuff. So yeah, I caught myself right there for me, like, you're about to go over the edge. Like, yeah, I'm about to go over the edge right now. But yeah, the whole thing was about motorized projection screens, on how you can paint these screens and everything with our technology. But I also like to show you on the other end, on top of that, of what you're really getting yourself into. If somebody says, hey, look, you don't need to buy his screen paint product. You can do the same thing with mine. Oh, no, you can't. That's why I think I go off on the edge to show you that, because I'll have somebody come and saying, I can do the exact same thing. It's funny, they can do the exact same thing, but they never do any of our tests. We have to deal with that. Just do one of our tests. Oh, wait, we can't play that one. Can't play that one because we'll be going over the edge on that one. But I will show you something. You ever seen what black technology looks like versus crow's paint outside? We did that demonstration. He refused to do the demonstration, so we did it for him. Back his screen is actually this screen is fading out my black screen. There you go. That's the start of the demonstration outside. That was the challenge, the 1100 lumen challenge that we put out. We gave everybody. Matter of fact, it wasn't just him, it was a bunch of people we gave that challenge to. No one completed the challenge. So since no one completed the challenge, we bought his product, we did it for him. Now, just to let you know, the Frankenstein will be going through the exact same demonstration outside. So just to let you know what you're getting yourself into if you decide you want to do an outdoor screen. Let's come out of here real quick. Let's pull up this video right here. This is the reason why I show you this demonstration. It's not to put anybody down, it's to show you how the demonstration is supposed to be done. You know, if they're going to review our product and they're going to try to basically, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to do anything where anyone's being done with a disadvantage. Is not. I'm using the high powered projector, which I'm using in my demonstration. Can't nobody complain about that. I am using a screen, our product, and several other screens besides his own. So where did I do the demonstration wrong? Some people may say, well, your environment's too much light in the environment. Can't say anything about the projector because it's a high-end projector, so it's not the projector. Maybe it's because I have too much light in the environment. But I did turn all the lights out in the demonstration. Turned them all out. He equaled himself. The problem is the fact that when he did the demonstration against the 12, I warned him, don't do that. You do not want to go and do a side-by-side next to a 12. And he did it anyway. So, how can I say this here in another way? For some reason, he thought he could match a 12. And you can't. Can't match a 12. 12s are literally darker than 8s. The extreme is darker than a 12. So if you're going to do a demonstration and you're going to basically show off where your screen is supposed to be, I don't know what it's supposed to be, I'm going to do the demonstration on my end. I'm going to do it equally. Other than that, can you paint a motorized screen? Yeah, you can do a motorized screen, you do a fixed frame screen, you can paint cardboard, glass, plexiglass, wood, bed sheets. Pretty much I've painted just about everything I can get my hands on. Drywall, just about anything. I think I'm going to make me a screen out of different scraps. I'm going to call it the scrap screen. We're going to make part wood, part styrofoam, part drywall. We're just going to grab a whole bunch of stuff off Amazon and just piece it together and make one big scrap screen, paint the entire thing, and do a demonstration of that. Just got to think outside the box, that's all. You just want to make sure you get a screen that's going to look good in a flooded environment. This is the reason why I do these demonstrations against the screen, to show you exactly what you're getting yourself into. You got people out there cutting corners and doing demonstrations in the dark all the time. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. And like I said, that P1 projector is a very powerful projector. It is very rich, more powerful than any projector I got over here. I'll give you that much. It is. It's quite an impressive piece of machinery. But you got to start asking yourself which one's doing all the work. That's why it's important for me to do projector swap outs. So right now, I still downstairs, I still have my 1000 lumen projector, still hitting my screen downstairs. I can't do any demonstrations using any other projector but that projector downstairs, which shows I don't have to depend on it if I don't want it. Today we did a demonstration with a 1080p Chrissy projector. 1080p Chrissy projector, 1920 by 1200 WXGA high power projector versus a 720p 600 by 800 SVGA ViewSonic projector. And it's both of them side by side looked amazing. Now you see the black levels on his grapes. This projector around here, but over here has a 2000-to-1 contrast. Really doesn't make a difference if your contrast level is good or not in your projector. It really doesn't make a difference. And it also fares better because people have older projectors too. They don't want to go and buy a brand new projector. And people are trying to save money. They want to basically be able to use what they have. Nobody wants to go and spend a couple $1,000s for a projector. Nobody. I don't want to pay a couple $1,000s for a projector. Shit, I freaking griped over that projector when I had to sit there and pay $560. I didn't want to pay that crap. No. I wouldn't get it for much cheaper than that. But it's only when I had 235.1. So since I signed myself to that screen, I had to get that projector. If I went there and I got me a 16.9, I guarantee you my projector wouldn't have cost me $560 in that theater room. It would have cost me much less than that. Look at the cherries. Look at the cherries. Watch this. I love to show the cherries. Remember I showed you the red levels. Red levels, red levels, red levels. Reacts the same way. Not just with him, but with all of them. Gray Cinema 5D, so he doesn't feel alone. All react the same way. Gray Cinema. What you are really getting. What we're going to do is going to buy an all-white screen and we're going to do their testing on their white screen to show you exactly where they see their improvements at. For those of you who have the white screen at home, or at the home of your business, there you go. That's what your projector sees when it sees red. This is where I try to show you the solid colors first. So look at the cherries. Now, look at this. There you go. That's why you're supposed to see the solid colors first. Because when your projector projects red, this is how it sees red. So when I put those cherries on, that's why they look like that, because that's how your projector sees color. So just think about all the colors that are coming out of your projector, how your image is fading. This is why people have to sit in the dark and use ambient light control and calibrate their projector and blah, 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 blah. No one has time for all that. I don't either. All right, with that being said, any questions about rolling up the screen? Yes, you can paint motorized projection screens, have a ball with it. Screen paint's on the website right now. We have that special. I'm going to have to extend the special, and I'll tell you why. Because I did check the dates. The 17th is going to fall somewhere in the middle, so it's not going to be to hit the ship out date, so we're going to have to extend that over the ship out date. So we'll add another week on to that, that $98 special. All right, so everybody can get it. You're all good and happy, and yeah. All right, with that being said, thank you all. I got to go downstairs because I'm about to play some of that Assassin's Creed. I downloaded that new game. I'm about to get my stabby on, so I got to go. All right, thank you all, and God bless.